The Tahoe Rim Trail began as an idea by Forest Service Recreation Officer Glenn Hampton in 1981. After 17 years of construction, the trail officially opened and created one contiguous 175-mile loop around Lake Tahoe. Clay and I had plans to hike the John Muir Trail in 2025, but due to wildfires and logistical challenges with resupply, we made a last-minute pivot to try the TRT. This is our story. Here we are on day one of the Tahoe Rim Trail. Clay and I are about 5.5, 6 miles in. We just popped out after leaving Spooner Summit to a place they call The View, and it's appropriately named. It's one heck of a view of the lake back there. Our first reaction was, wow, how are we going to go around this whole lake? Good morning, day two on the Tahoe Rim Trail. We're about 4 miles in, going from Castle Rock, which is just close to the Kingsbury North Trailhead, to Star Lake is the goal today. So hopefully get a chance for a little dip in the lake, clean up. Nice camp spot there. So it's been a great morning so far, great temps. But all Clay and I can keep thinking about is how fun this would be to do on a mountain bike. The Great Basin bristlecone pines are some of the longest-lived life forms on Earth, with some species reaching 4,800 years old. They tend to do best in areas with little competition and poor arid soils. We would encounter small groves of these ancient trees many times on our journey.
Go for it.
Gotta go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Good On day 3 from the TRT. Looks like we're going to do Star Lake to Round Lake, about 16 miles. I think we go through 2 different passes today, Frio Pass and Armstrong Pass. So that's going to be a little bit of work. And then down through Big Meadow, across a couple streams, and ultimately to our destination. So beautiful clear day today, perfect temps. It's going to be a great freaking day. Good early morning, day 4 on the TRT. Can you believe it? I had a big day yesterday. 18 miles to Round Lake. It's a pretty good push to get there at the end with a pretty good climb. I think we were both pretty beat by the time we got into camp, but beautiful spot. So quiet last night you could hear your heartbeat. So really good night camp. Today, on the 4th day, is a town day. We're going to get into South Lake Tahoe. So we got up early this morning, was on trail, first light. Got about 14 miles today to Echo Lake. This section of the TRT is shared by the 2,650-mile Pacific Crest Trail. The typical route is to start in Southern California in early April and go north. However, some choose to start later in the year and go southbound from Washington. For the next couple days, there was a noticeable uptick in hikers on the trail. We entered Desolation Wilderness on day 5. This 64,000-acre federally protected wilderness requires permits to use the backcountry that we picked up the day before. The area is predominantly red fir and lodgepole pines, but also has vast expanses of sparse woodlands of western junipers over its gray granite slabs. kids, day 5 on the Tahoe Rim Trail. Hard to believe. We're going from town to, looks like Dick's Lake today. We're pretty excited about that. We know it's going to be hard. However, we are totally prepared and we got the right protection, even though there is an impending rainstorm coming in. So, a couple of beautiful lakes we've passed today. The trail's very rocky, but clay is, I should say, gaseous clay is crushing it, leading us to the promised land.
We could have a little bit of whiskey on our.
Oh, why don't we have some whiskey here?
Just a little.
Day 6 on the TRT. We are headed up Dick's Pass from Gilmore Lake. Depending on how many miles we get in today, based on the weather, we could be hitting the halfway point, somewhere around 85, 90 miles. We were at 75 miles yesterday. Stayed at Gilmore Lake. Absolutely beautiful. Had some pitter patter of rain throughout the night on the tent. Made for some good sleeping. We're on our way up to the pass, which is one of the higher points here on the TRT, so huffing and puffing early in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Day 7 from the TRT. Can you believe it? Spent last night at Richardson Lake. Woke up to a beautiful rendition of Smoke on the Water, Fire in the Sky. If you know, you know. Today we're headed, I don't know, 10, 12 miles. Probably past Baker Pass. Probably have to dry camp today. We only got 22 miles to get into Tahoe City tomorrow, so a little bit of more relaxed pace than what we've done the first 6 days. So we're going to enjoy this. We're just outside of the famous Rubicon Trail, Jeep Trail, just over the hill here. That one's on my bucket list too, but for another day. So hey Clay, did we find a dope ass campsite tonight? Let's check it out. Day 8 on the TRT. We got a little bit of a boring section here for whatever reason. Piece of double track fire road, but good opportunity to give you a recap of where we're at. Spent the night last night up on Barker Pass with a beautiful view of Lake Tahoe, about 8,400 feet. Crystal clear night, stars, no wind. It was great. Today, town day. Got about 14 and a half miles to get into Tahoe City. Got a hotel room there, and that's where we're gonna pick up our resupply, which should get us the final 63 miles back to Spooner Pass. So a little bit of a milestone. Yesterday we crossed the 100-mile mark of the trip. So big high fives around for that. More to come. See you later. Good morning from the TRT, day 9. Yesterday we strolled into Tahoe City, got a chance to swim in the Truckee River, had some nice pizza and beer by the Truckee River, got some laundry done, picked up our resupply boxes, and most importantly got to talk to my beautiful bride. So that's quite a winning day if you ask me. Today we're headed up to just past Watson Lake. Should be about 15 miles. We got 63 miles to go, so we're probably going to try to do that in 4 days, but we are packed for 5, and there's some long water carries on the northern section. So hills are steep, packs are heavy, legs are wobbly. We're going to get her done. Good early morning on day 10 of the TRT. We spent the night just past Watson Lake with a beautiful view over the lake. And damn, it's a big old lake. You can see down all the way to Kingsbury and South Lake Tahoe from up there. Pretty cool to look and see where we've been. It's crisp, about 44 degrees this morning. We're headed down through Truckee, I believe, then start to climb up to Relay Peak. Not going to quite get there today. We'll stop at Gray Lake, I believe, and camp there, mainly because that's about our only water source on the trail today. A little bit drier on the north end of the TRT, so we have to carry some big water carries. Going to be a great day. Hoping to see some wildlife. Catch you tomorrow. early morning. It's day 11 on the TRT. Last night we camped at Gray Lake, which was stunning. Had to descend down into a little lake that had a spring on the other side of it that was feeding it. Best tasting, coldest water you've ever had. Great night, a little windy. We got up super early, about 4 a.m. to climb up to the top of Relay Peak, which is the highest point on the TRT, about 10,200 feet, excuse me. Just in time to watch the sun come up over the edge of the mountains, so pretty special. Now we're starting our descent down into the Mount Rose trailhead, go past Galena Falls. Super excited because we are going to finish this up tomorrow. Right now we're only about 25, 30 miles from the end, so hard to believe. Catch you tomorrow. Walking on a road, not a trail. Good early morning from day 12, the last day. Can't believe it. Whew, yesterday was a hard one. We got off of Relay Peak and all the way through Mount Rose Wilderness, and then picked up 4 liters of water at Ophir Creek for our dry camp last night. That was a good push, but we got up to a nice ridge overlooking Washoe County, Washoe Lake to the east, and then Lake Tahoe to the west, and had a really nice sunrise this morning, so can't beat that. Wow, day 12. I cannot hardly believe it. We're going to wrap this up today. I've been sending texts to Kathy and my mom every day if I can get them out, maybe a few pictures, and I think my mom said it best. This is like a good book. You're excited to read the final chapter, but you really don't want it to end. I'd say that's where Clay and I are right now. So, hope you'd enjoyed the trip around the lake. We sure have. Catch you on the next thru hike. All right, man, 175 miles, 12 days, average about 15 miles a day. That's about 30,000 steps a day, I don't know, 300,000 or so. Probably about 50 bars a piece. You probably had 60. I can think of 2 things we learned for sure, unequivocables. 1, nothing weighs nothing except for photos. Take all those you want.
Yeah.
And two, next time bring bourbon. 120 proof.